story. Yeah, the one them called Celestial represent for the mighty lion voice. And this a shook up your planet tectonic. As me sip up my roots and tectonic. And you can't make me jump nor get panic. Have the engine a run like mechanic. Room.
Yo! Blazing fire, yeah man, this is Ras out of Belize. And the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. Right? Yeah man. We blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah man, Ras said that. Blazing fire, lion boy.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Pagabens and time have come for the lion to tell them own story. This is the lion's voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Ras Tafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use yet an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Ras Tafari, the lion's voice.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up lamb's voice. Now put it, I Jollifer said that.
Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. Them fully guard up and them quick fi execute, ya. Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. The one will laugh, I'm same one of the shooter. Watching them, this is Ras Tafari representing for the Lion Voice Network. This is the time when the lion gets to tell our own story. Haile Selassie.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the lion voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here, hear me now. Oh, yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the light. Lion voice.
This is culture sound, a Rastaman sound, positive sound.
Culture sound system with DJ Culture Fire TG.
And now you're in tune to the culture sound, Rasta sound.
Culture sound, because I'm DJ Culture Fire TG.
I help coming from the true living eyes, Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, who created Zion and earth. He shall not suffer and I foot to be moved. I hold, he that keepeth Ethiopia shall neither slumber nor sleep. Well, youths in the streets right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The youths them rise against brutality, man a kill another man for your salary. Them train them at the shooting gallery, black and loot, you might lose all your family. Them defend white supremacy, so them see the African as them enemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say culture sound
like this for centuries, them sick mentally. That's why we have the out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. King of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. And like himself, where's rightful ruler? Hey yo, yeah, hail them high, hail the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them comes without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress was Zero Menen. My name is Kwasi Bonsu, aka the Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Talk Live. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to Lion Talk Live, where the lions are telling our own story. Tonight, we're going into the business talk. This is big people reasoning tonight, family. We're going to talk about the business of Rastafari and reggae. And tonight's guest is someone uniquely positioned to have this reasoning because he's a frontline warrior. He knows all of the artists personally, you know what I mean? So he might balance him talk because he know everyone, you know what I mean? So we're not trying to create controversy, we're trying to create a highlight of the reality of what is happening with I&I right now, and also to put forward some solution, because we're not just here to pontificate, we're here to also reason on some solution. You know, two brethren who them don't know that music in the industry side of I&I that much, but we have a passion for the creative industry. I'm gonna start having more guests from that side, you know what I mean? Because we have a lot of races engaged in the creative industry. If we were looking at I&I as a global nation, we would find out that the creative industry represents our largest export. You know what I mean? That has been the primary vehicle that the message has spread. That is our PR primarily right now in terms of how people first interact with Rastafari. So it's very important, you know what I mean, when we talk about reggae and Rastafari reggae and what it represents for us as we build in this repatriation time, in this Armageddon time. You know, everybody sees what's happening. And so, you know, what's happening behind the scenes is the consolidation, the organizing and the centralizing. And we still have the reggae mansion, we like to call it, that needs to kind of fix up itself. So we're going to touch that tonight and look at the realities of Rastafari reggae business, you know what I mean, from a business vantage. Before we introduce tonight's guests, let me just take time to big up the greatest internet immunity right now upon the planet, the Lion Pride. Me have to big up my Lion Pride, you know. The Lion Pride. Fastest growing Rastafari platform on the planet. We almost did 1,500 new subscribers in the last 7 days. So big up everyone. Welcome all of the new subscribers. The word sound is getting out there. People are interested in Rastafari stories. They want to hear Rastafari testimony. And we are proving with an unapologetic Rastafari platform that we can achieve growth, we can monetize. We don't have to cater to third party and try water down with thing. No, we come authentic voices all across the spectrum. And again, we are growing rapidly. So I want to just big up all of the Lion Pride around the world. We're getting ready to touch 30,000. I'm lining up my guests for the 30,000 episode already, and it's like me race against a ticking clock. The way they are them are running on the platform. I have to get myself together to keep up with the demand. So big up the eye themselves. Big up the Lion Pride on Patreon. We have 29 ones so far who are giving financially every month to make this happen. We just ordered a new camera through the attribution. So we're going to be stepping up the production quality. We're reinvesting in the platform family. This is not a joke. Something. And I told the item, if you go forward into the early, I said, I'm not spending any of my money on this endeavor. I'm making the people, determine the trajectory, the speed, and the development. And so said, so done. You see, we're on StreamYard. The item cover all of these costs. I don't come out of pocket. The platform is paying for itself. And we're going to build it into a world-class platform. And this is why we say Rastafari independent, non-aligned media. To be truly independent, you have to be accountable to the people. Because once you start depending on sponsors, when the sponsor tell you if it do you're going to have to consider it, because you might write a big check and you have a staff to pay. And, you can be selfish. So the real way moving forward is collective security. That is what I'm saying, family. So we're asking ones to join us in the Patreon. If you join at $10 a month or above, we're offering one-on-one consultations. I'm actually helping 100 people, the first 100 people, to develop and build their own platform, just like I am doing. So if you know, and let me say, if you're in the creative industry, you have to be into content creation right now. There's no go around. So I will help the item to develop your creative ecosystem. You see I'm doing it in front of the item, but I'm not here to do this alone. So we're willing to provide that assistance. Join us. We have nice vibes, the Patreon, the meetings them that we've been having. And, it's a support system. We're building out a support system, community, collective security, all of the things the elders used to chant. These are the things now that are the pillars of the creative industry. If you want to have a sustainable, success in the creative, you have to build your community. You have to have your own direct-to-consumer relationships. All of these things His Majesty teach us in the principle of collective security, crowdfunding. All of these things become predominant. So big up to the 29 who have seen the vision. Big up all of those who have come. We're trying to hit 100 before April 1st. So this offer with the consultation lasts till April 1st. After April 1st, we try something else. But if you want to have the one-on-one consultation, you have to come in by April 1st. Come in over the $10 value. If you just want to have a consultation, you can book on our website too. We do creative consultations. We've been doing it. Work with major platforms to help them to develop theirs. So we're offering that to the family. Book your consultation or come in the Patreon and get it no cost. You can choose. All right. Big up your action, Lion Pride. Those who like, comment, and share. If you don't want to spend $1, you become part of the Action Lion Pride. You like, you comment, you share. This is a movement. Big up the Ubuntu Lion Pride. These are brethren who have given a one-time contribution over $70 US currency, Zelle, Cash App. These are, you become an Ubuntu on the Serengeti. You see the graphics. Because I want the people to know that when you see this is not an individual movement. This uprising represents a community. I'm a frontline brethren, but I represent community, and them can see it. We're rooted, you know what I mean? I've known Big Mill for years and years and years before we have a conversation publicly, you know what I mean? So some of these conversations are conversations I've been having with brethren over the years, and we're just bringing it on a platform so that we can inspire the younger youths, them coming up, and that the mistakes are not being made over and over again, and we're not taking time to address and to really look at what we're doing as Rastafari people, you know what I mean? So this is a serious uprising, and we're asking the family to join us in this uprising, you know what I mean? It's a joyful, I just tell Big Mill off camera, it's such a joyful work, building the network and seeing it grow and develop. So I just want to say I love the item and really thankful. We are going to be dropping an exclusive reasoning with the artist John 9 on Friday. Excited about that one. So make sure you stay tuned, hit your notification bell. The family is coming in. I'm fully loaded right now with interviews. I can't tell you some of the interviews that I have recorded already, put on. We're fully loaded family. You know what I mean? But we're joyful. We're joyful. All right. So when we move forward, just know that without the item, this doesn't happen. And I'm willing to work at the item pace. The faster we build, we want to do animation, Rastafari focus. We want to have video game. We want to have documentaries, full spectrum content from a Rastafari perspective. That's what the Lion Voice Network is seeking to build right here. It's not just, we're starting on YouTube, but it's a full spectrum thing that we're dealing with. All right. So big up, hold on there, Ras Lidge. I don't have my Ras Lidge cup here, but don't worry. Big up my brethren Ras Lidge with the tumbler. When you see us sipping during the episode, more time is a Rastafari business that we're supporting. So big up yourself, Ras Lidge. Ramia King Design, first person to send a iTrit. You see, when you have production team, you see all my things there. You think that a small time thing. All right. So big up Ras Lidge. Big up Ras Woolde, Phil Potts, Seamoss Life, the greatest Seamoss drink on the planet. Just seal up. I couldn't even wait for the episode to drink up the Seamoss. I have to apologize to my brethren because there a whole of meds and drink off a Seamoss, but it's the greatest Seamoss drink, and the brethren is the greatest graphics design artist. So big up my brethren Ras Woolde, Seamoss Life. All right, so housekeeping out of the way. Family, we are going to have a good time tonight. Bonafide brethren who has been on the front line, you know what I mean? And this is a brethren where him talking mine, filter thing, him just get straight. If it's that way there, he's introduced I to some power players in the business. The brethren knows the landscape intimately, booking, you know what I mean, record production. You're talking about event promoter. So all different facets of the music industry. Is also a master chef too. I don't know if you want to talk about that. But Lion help I to welcome Big Mill. I tell Big Mill, I feel like tonight we're going to break the record. 62 people live is the record for this show so far. I'm going to tell him, say, big, a star this, Yeah, man, behind the scenes. If you're in the business, then you know Big Mill. But yeah, man, so please, family, just take time, introduce yourself to the Lion Pride family.
Greetings, Lion Pride family. That's Big Mill. I have to give thanks at all times because without the most time, none of this wouldn't be possible. Yeah, how would I say now, cousin? We're up on the battlefield, barefoot. Long time.
Long time, Yeah.
True God. Long time. Yeah, man, originally from East Kingston. Grew up. You see me, I have two sisters. You understand me? And some brother, three brother, four brother.
All right, hold on, the Big Mill. Let me set it up nicely. Make we step in the lion voice time machine and take us to your birth. Where exactly we're in East Kingston. Give us the movie. This is the blockbuster film. Give us the blockbuster. A Big Mill, listen up.
Cool, man. All right, it's like, yeah, man. East Kingston out of Rockford, my born and grew, man. Originally, you see me, and growing up through the landscape there. Growing up in a community where
I think
constraints is like the imposition of poverty. Try if you put yourself in another realm there. If you overstand, you try if you elevate yourself at all times. So even the ones around you push forward the dimension there as well. Because even living in a Rockford, my mother, Miss Millie, she there now seeing me, I forgive thanks. You see me? She was one of the cornerstone chef them because growing up in the kitchen, you see me, from a younger age, it was always music and food. You see it? I have some warrior, me and them grew up in the Rastafari. We have Ataman, Icon, have a name Signature. We do the whole of the road at Jamaica as far as show, promotion, the whole works as far as music. What may I tell you, say, musically inclined warrior, then they are Canada, too. Still I do the work. Still do some serious work too. You see it? So, migrate in the US and take on the skill of the kitchen. I that come forward from them time. So, we're in another realm there for a while. Still I do the music, the production side of the music, behind the scenes, seeing me.
But stick up in, were you born in a Rastafari family? What was your journey to Rastafari? Go on, get into this story.
Hey, Kwasi. Well, I show you Harry's did.
Yeah, man.
All right. Me, Ataman, Icon, Signature. See? Them youth there, them born in a Rastafari faith. I have to give thanks. So, me are the only ball head. But when we are do the road, we are do the road together. So, we're there a place where we used to burn chalice Rockford named Fire Yard. You understand me? Right at top side of school named Adastra Garden Basic. So, this was like a focal point of getting the full understanding of the calling of Rastafari from them time there.
Okay. So, what year are we talking about? What year?
Long time, man. More than 30 years, man.
This is what, 90s?
Yeah, man. More than 30 years. Okay, more than 30 years.
We're just setting the scene. We're setting the scene.
Yeah, man. And forwarding and getting the understanding of Rastafari and the teachings. You see me? Even being in the USA itself is a dimension where, as a Rasta, you have a firm within. That's when the imposition they reach you from the society where you get inputted in, you have to know for maneuver. So within the realm of all of that, we still have to maneuver ourselves with the survival side, right? You understand me? And the manufacturing of the music, you understand me? Food, yeah, just the overall levity itself. You see me? So come the promotion side come in the US
Okay.
because doing it from Jamaica, that did already in place, but for really say bring it forward in this diaspora, you really have to study the whole mechanism of the music. I keep it in mind, you know. Reggae music was born in America.
Yes.
Understand me? It's I and generation ancestors then bring reggae music here, introduce reggae music to the world and all. So coming here now is forget the overstanding from the grassroots because you have to overstand say you have some youth now them grow up on reggae music. You understand me? So understanding what is their outlook on reggae music was a focal point approaching putting reggae music from my standpoint to the marketplace. You understand me?
So when did you start to love reggae music? You know, where did that love come from? Was it before Rastafari or was
Yeah,
it
man.
a part
Long
of it?
before. I
Okay.
want to tell you the strangest thing in Kwasi. You know, so my father was a musician,
Okay.
but musician in a sense, all right, Baby Sham uncle, Daddy Mix, build my first reading. You understand me? A Waterhouse. And when we meet Daddy Mix, when we go to studio go meet Daddy Mix, it was like when him get to know who me was, him know my father. I know my father as Annie, because my father drive truck. You understand me? But my father was a singer. So my father used to come at the same studio they come sing long before. That's even when time I tell all my old man, say, yo, you know, say me and daddy mix a whole reason. I say, you got mix? I say, yeah, man. I say, a long time me I got mix in a joke. You see it? Selassie, so it's like I follow through that trend there. You see me? Of creation of music. So, yeah, man.
So you're moving around Jamaica with some Rastafari youths.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, they're reasoning about the emperor to the eye.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, where does that moment happen in Big Mill to say, you know, I really going to hold this liberty, but I'm going to grow me natty, me I go uphold the liberty. Where was that light bulb moment for the eye, you know?
That was, may I tell you, as a youth, because we grew up as a youth, you know, we still there, our parents, yeah, so we still get a fight, you can't grow on a locks. Oh, you grow on a locks, you have to go trim off your locks, or you have to go move. And it come at that point there, yes, where I say, all right then, Rastafari, me I say, I still love you, no, mommy, but at the same time, I gotta make a move, because that move, that gotta consist of me being who me really is, and I call it.
Okay.
Yes, I. So, it's like making them move within the scope of the liberty. Me get to have a full understanding of Rastafari and who and what it is all about, so I can apply it to I and I life.
Okay. So from Rockford, where did the eye end up once you leave mommy house now? Where did the journey take the eye?
There, my sister. Another time is like me the in between my mother and some loved ones in a harbor view.
Okay, which is
You
not far.
understand me? Yeah, not far. Because
Yes.
we still no wander too far from the nest, even though we still a whole realms at the
Yeah.
nest. You see?
Yes.
So we still a hold the order and I make sure we say what you know bossy. Because bossy me call my mother, you know. So bossy more make sure we say alright. So the whole meditation there, you see? Yeah
Yeah.
man. Oh yeah,
Yes.
man, I have to give thanks because growing up in a community where you have a whole heap of, what I call it now, I wouldn't say distraction, but a whole heap of advantages and disadvantages. And in order to maneuver yourself through it, you have to remain that neutral element. Okay? You can't get caught up And a man say, I this say you did there, I say you did
Yes,
there, you
yes.
involved in this, or you involved in that. Because growing up in East Kingston, I'll be real with you, because I was one of the youth who could have walked anywhere, anytime, all over Rockford. Understand me? And then it was more like Millie Boy.
Okay.
You understand me? So,
So yeah.
from that time then.
So you had that privilege through your mother,
Yes, sir.
Liberty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And for those who are part of the international community, these are volatile communities that can, erupt at any time.
Yeah, man.
You
True, man.
tribal warfare, I mean, from
Yeah,
community to community. So Big Mill is a survivor coming out of that. Then what made you move to America? What was the catalyst for that move?
I want to tell you, change the whole lifestyle itself. An opportunity.
Okay.
Opportunity created. I'm just advanced to it. You see me? Because making the move there, it was really needed in a my stage of my life. I may really give thanks to the opportunity that I could have made the transition. You see? Because even just the other day, me and my old lady are reason and she said, let me tell you this. Enough time I sit down here and I say, yo, I'm glad say you make that move there. Because me not know why it would have be like, and me myself kind of ask myself that more time too. Because
Yes.
you were there in that side of the hemisphere and hear forward some things and you say, John, no, Rasta, what you know. Loved ones where you grew up with, you see me them that they are now with you same way. You say, John, no. Thus the levity itself change all of them things there. You know them way they cause it. Yeah
Yeah,
man, for
man.
real
It's
man.
real.
We
It's
give
real.
thanks. And we are war up on the battlefield, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah
man.
man. I want to tell you, the
Yeah.
way I tell you something. It's like even the name Big Mill. You know, be
Yes. Break
surprised.
it down. Break it down, please.
Alright. Millie, I'm a mother name.
Okay.
Understand me? I'm a big from morning, I'm a six up there. You understand me? And then the element for that was but they write a flour mill there so it was like big and mill and then the ones and ones within the space. I say, yo, watch you know? Yeah man a big mill man because I'm a giant. Because when me and the warrior them up on the road, I mean stand out, you understand? So that's yeah I do. So it forward and forward
Yeah,
and with
man.
I you see.
Mighty, mighty. That's the first I'm hearing that
Right.
song. So we give thanks
Yeah,
to
man.
get that. So before we went live there, I said that your first show that you promoted was in Jamaica. What do you remember the artists that were on that show? And because I'm gonna make you call out some of the shows that you've promoted so people can see the caliber of promoter Big
All
Mill
right.
deal with. But on that first show in Jamaica, what was that like?
The first show, Big Stone. Remember Big Stone?
No, I don't know.
Remember
Educate
Big Stone, man? Our Big Stone, man, from Jamaica, man. We do the entertainment and the TV program, man.
No, no.
Right. Never remind. Somebody online can find cause about Big Stone.
It's
Big Stone come a Rockfort and we did have we did have a band. You understand me? Because me I tell you we have the music. So we have a show we call Youths of the Future. That's the name of the show. And it's like it was a series. Understand me? And we used to have like different artists from all over Jamaica. Man, one of the time we were on a cable program. So we were on the cable program every Saturday. I mean, I interview the artists up and coming or big artists, you know, we pass through the area and we could have scheduled it on the community cable. Then and the cable station just a come out positive, man. You see me?
okay.
Every Saturday on a cable station in SAS. Never forget. So that now did open a doorway for we get in contact with all RETV, where I work with Big Stone. So Big Stone they come in and give me an interview one day when we had our audition. And we had the audition and rehearsals for the show in a Rockfort. You understand? The live bands and everything. You see me? All the drummer blind. When the drummer come at the show in Kwasi, is a man who pick up the drummer from up our garden town and carry him down a Rockfort.
Okay.
Blind man, now I tell you, say Jamie, clap the drum in a Kwasi. Oh, I'm tear, man. Kwasi, man, I forget them days, them man. So that's
So in terms of big artists on that, were there any names that we would know on that first Big Mill production?
yeah, man. Because what? Who did come through again? We have Tanto Metro and Devante. Because Tanto Metro Devante are Rockfort youth, you understand me? So
Okay.
Devante come through.
Big hits.
Yeah. You see me? We did have some other a long time was a Wooly man. After the show then now, really, after the show then, we have another show. You understand? Where we get an outdoor space now. You see me up on the main road.
Okay.
We have that video there up until today. I think that's one of the show them where when me and Scala was squammy. Then name again. What the artist the name? See me and I know me and I know me and I see me.
Was that Baby Wayne?
Baby Wayne.
Yeah.
Have Baby Wayne when a Baby Wayne last show them on VHS right now.
Okay.
Because Baby Wayne, Bounty Killer, Elephant Man, Nitty Kochi, the whole Scare Them crew, Red Rat, Goofy. When I tell you say a portion of man come at the show.
Okay.
Understand me? Come give the supporters some youth where I deal with positivity. When I say we have got fire and a gun and we are war with one another, we I deal with some music and I put it together in another way that's could have go out and invite them ones and them come in. You understand me? I think one of them time there's like when Bounty Killer come at the show, nothing even man never ever believes a Bounty Killer come at the show. Because you know you can't just put a man face on a flyer. So
Yes.
because we was you to in the street, so we and the man them already a link in the street already. All Ninja Man book one day after the show and I say, yo, I want to keep show a Rockfort and you know, you see where I say, well, I say Ninja here, where you want to part way. Nobody can find you with it, you know what I mean? So yeah, what? And even that I saw come even Ataman them get invited to the Ninja Man show when Ninja Man did a keep in a country and Ninja say, alright, I'm gonna come on the show, I'm gonna come on my show. You see it? Yeah, man, so the man them ending up going to show the man. So that's yeah, man,
So that show put Big Mill on the map down at Rockfort. Them know say.
Man, when I say some serious work.
Serious
work because we did the art, which part we did there, it was a non-profit organization, like a community center. And one of the focal points where we did a look at was would I use music, you understand me? For help the community because most of the musicians them that was there were youths from the community, was it? You understand me? So them learn how to play. You have some youth where them are playing at school. One of the youth them did play the keyboard. He was a youth that play a church youth. You understand me? So it was just a community. I set a youth to come together and know so what you know a music we are dealing with. And then even if you say follow through within the history of Rockfort, can you remember say Dizzy Johnny? That Dizzy Johnny was even one of the first inspiration them to say, yo, we're gonna take on the music to that dimension. You can watch it. Alright, yes sir. Because I used to go link Dizzy Johnny, see him we and go sit down and hold the reasoning with him. You understand me? And Dizzy and me I talk about the road and he must show me picture and all them thing. They understand because elder. You understand?
Proper elder.
Yes, man. I say, man. Yes, man. Proper man. For real, man.
We hear about those elders from Ras Iris, you know, who we lost, who was a man from East too, you know?
Yes,
Dizzy Johnny and Kwasi and
yeah, man. And even all right, Count as his son, him still play the drum. You understand me? them man they are still my elder same way. You understand me?
Okay, okay.
Through that transition there, we keep the music alive and many different facets within the community. Yeah, man, I suppose, man.
Serious work.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to America now, make we take the plane and forward to America.
Yeah.
What is the first show that you promote, or what made you decide? Because promoting, we know, is not a sure money thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's most of the reggae promoters. It's a labor of love. You know what I mean? It's
True.
really ones who love the music. You had a good experience in Jamaica. You know, your name a ring down at your community. But what makes Big Mill now say, I'm going to invest to put on a show in America, a new country that you have recently arrived? And what was that first show?
First show. We did the first show of Virginia Beach, with a song named Black China.
Okay,
It
from
was my
Trinidad.
first show. My song.
No, from Florida.
From Florida, man. Yeah, man. Bobby
Florida.
Chin, man.
Sorry, that was
Bobby Chin
okay.
and Willie.
Yes.
Bobby and Willie, them they come through
Yeah.
competition. First show me ever doing a Virginia. You see me, it was a Sunday night. Never go 100%, but at the same time, we get our foot wet as far as putting it and make sure say everything get executed. You
Yes.
understand me? It wasn't no case of artists not come or the sound system not come. You understand me? So on a level, me open me horizons to artists there too. You understand me? And this is a community wherein reggae music is vibrant. So why not explore that avenue as well? You see it? One of the main thing where they look at for say me I go do show in a Virginia. We see the viability of creating a concept, Virginia homegrown roots. Now that concept was to introduce the up and coming reggae bands in a Virginia alongside the international acts that I would be associating the different events with. Understand me? So periodically, artists like Everton Blender, Turbulence, Inner Circle, Third World, I Win, Van, Midden Akibeka, Big Brother,
Yeah, man.
a whole heap of man, whole heap of artists. When you say whole heap of different show, different artists. One of the time I do a show with this band Zuvaloon from Israel.
Okay.
You understand me? Then they dip on tour and them call and George. Never remember a brother named George Mikalo.
Yeah,
George
yeah, man.
from Fastlane. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
George was a good strength for even I and I also. You
Okay.
understand me? Because George did there Virginia also. So it was
Yes.
more like George was George was like a big brother. But
And
George,
when he's talking about George, he's talking about a booking agent. So
yeah, George
so
booking
so
agent.
so maybe we can break down the components of bringing in a artist or a sound system, you know, because a lot of people just show up an event, they don't understand the components. So tonight we're gonna talk about the business. We have one of the preeminent reggae businessman in America in terms of uh, you know in terms of experience in the field. You know what I mean? Big Mill, you know the thing. So break down to us. Um, how do you bring an artist from Jamaica? What are the steps?
Say it again, cousin.
No, I said break down how you bring an artist from Jamaica. What are the steps?
All right, one of the first thing is you really have to look into is getting the artist. Is seeing the viability of him in the community, whether
Yeah.
it gonna make sense for having in the community. You understand me?
Feasibility study.
We do the feasibility study for say, okay then, is it gonna make sense for bring him or not? You understand me?
And what are some of the metrics that you look at as a season promoter? What are some of the signs that you're looking for whether or not an artist can work in a particular market?
One of the main thing is once you do that study there for find out if it ever make sense is he does he have a track record? You understand me? Meaning has he been here before?
Yes.
You understand me? Things like what was the head count of his last performance in the area?
Yes.
So a lot of different artists don't have that because within the market space, I mean reggae music, a lot of different reggae performers and promoters for venues they don't keep that track record. So it's
Yes.
kind of hard for you to say you're gonna try to find out how much people come at the last show so you can gauge whether it's gonna be a success or not. And then it's left up to where the artist is presently within the sphere of the business. If him have still have that popularity, where him is on the charts, you understand me? Does is all his numbers are adding up so his fan base can come out to come and see him when you say, okay, me go up on the road and put out flyers, put commercial on the radio, put ads on the net. You understand me? That whole component have to come together for you really know. So all right, then let's go. This is gonna be a success.
And I want this information to go out because a lot of artists, Big Mill get calls every day. I know that him do have to tell me that for artists to put him on tour. But you notice before we get to the message, before we get to this is just a business breakdown because he's not running a charity. Don't talk about him charitable works because him have that too. But we want to talk about the business side of it because a lot of artists are not aware. They just might say Big Mill bad mind, because look how long me I do the thing and Big Mill not call me, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Look how in my work, but there are so many factors because again, you might be a great artist, but in that market of Virginia, people don't maybe don't know you. So for the promoter to bring you there, he has to now basically invest in a marketing campaign to season the market for you. That would mean going to the radio stations, getting your music played, so much groundwork. And I don't think people overstand.
Yeah, man. A whole for work, man.
Talk
Whole for work. Whole
talk
for work.
Yeah.
Even as far as creating mix CDs.
Yes.
Of the artist himself. You understand me? You get you have one of the sound systems that might be on the event. You and the DJ come together as the promoter. You get him to make a mix CD of the artist and distribute it in the community. That a CD cost right there, so that a gas. You understand me? So it encompasses a whole heap of different components, big brother. Whole heap. And some artists, a lot of artists don't even understand that dimension of it. You understand me? That's yes, some promoters have a team that them work with, and then a lot of the times it left up to the size of the event that you do. You understand me? So for the size event you do, you might need a team to say, okay, then that team there I gotta take care of East, you have one the West, you have one the North and one the South. You still have to know say the radio I forgot that the groundwork now, okay, you have the flyer them night upon night upon night, if not 5 or 7 nights a week, you have to out there. If there are events, you have to affiliate yourself with those events. Make sure say every car or every person you encounter them get a flyer. You understand me? A lot of people don't even know the artist. So you basically introduce the artist to the masses on a physical level. But a lot of artists now look at it from that dimension.
I've seen promoters do road. I've done shifts with, this is not an easy work for come to a venue when the promoter don't get for go inside, him have to time it, him wait outside when people exiting the club, him give them, him have him team. If him have a team, or most of the time the promoter don't have a team, so him himself go through the parking lot, you know, put the flyers on the cars.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Wait outside when the people are come out, and you
Issue flyers on the door.
Yeah, man, personal, you know, build relationships, and you know what I mean, him have to link the other promoter them, keep them relationships too. You know, it's a whole full-time job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No joke. And
Promoting
then look at it like this too. A lot of promoters, a lot of reggae promoters are, wouldn't say seasoned promoters, but them have two jobs. Them still have to have them 9 to 5, and them still at the promotion same way. Jobless the ones them where them are do it that's they can be successful enough to say okay them have a 9 to 5, but them can do promotion for suffice to them family. Understand me? So
very few. I don't think any of those exist anymore in the Caribbean space. I don't think any full-time promoters exist. Most of the promoters have another source of income.
True.
And they're you know what I mean? So,
you have to have that mortgage have to pay.
and I could be wrong, family. If you know a promoter that's full-time in the Caribbean reggae music space in America, put it in the chat. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but I don't know.
True.
Of
You have ones and ones, man. You have ones and ones out there.
The other thing that we have to talk about is what happened with Live Nation, Ticketmaster, because most of the shows now are coming through their ecosystem, which means that most of the Caribbean promoters kind of get cut out of that income stream. How do I see that part?
That I'll tell you something, Kwasi. That was something where that has been in the works for more than 10 years now. And now. Keep this in mind, you know. They have been in the ticketing business, just the ticketing business, where that was a small sector of the business where they created that paper document.
Yes.
You understand me? Over the years, they have seen the viability of aligning themselves. They have even became them the sponsorships also, them sponsor events also.
Okay.
Understand me? So Live Nation and Ticketmaster, they have grown into the space now where they can say, okay, we have enough money now where we can tell an artist, hey, what, my ticket and my venue, 50 show. We have enough money between the two entities to say a deposit there for the 50 show. Prime example, remember Madonna and Jay-Z?
Yes,
remember that contract with them signed?
Yes.
Do the album, and then Live Nation tour the album, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Easy food. That was a no-brainer for them because all the parties saw the viability of it. You understand me? And the profitability also, because you have album sales, you have sure of patrons, you have sure of venues. You understand me? So at the end of the day, that was a no-brainer for them. So applying that to the market space is even at the same sense. You understand me? Even when it come on to reggae music are just me not gonna say it's a small niche, because in America has created its own, in a sense, its own lane for reggae music. You understand me? True facets like Ineffable, you understand me? Root Fire.
Yes.
You see, those avenues now,
This is the Cali roots. This is the Cali roots.
Yeah.
Yes. And they are the number one reggae promoters in America right now. Is that correct?
Yeah. Definitely.
And they have created an ecosystem, because one of the things I was gonna say is we talk about Live Nation, Ticketmaster, that's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
We talk about Ineffable, Root Fire, that's an ecosystem, you know.
Yes, it is.
The music industry has moved on beyond just individual players
Exactly.
doing them thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's conglomerates, ecosystems that
Exactly.
come together to make sure to try to lessen the risk, because the music
Exactly.
business is such a risky
True.
business.
True.
Um, in terms of your musical promoting career, what would you say would be one of your biggest show or biggest success that you look at as one of the crowning achievements in your your repertoire, your resume?
Mm.
When you go home and you feel good that night, the crowd, everything up, everything. You know what I mean? What would be? And I know it may be more than one or few, but just what you can remember. Highlights.
Let me see. Let's do Anthony B. We eat some food with Anthony B. We what was it? What's happening?
And big up Anthony B.
Yeah, man, I'm a big brother that man. Everton Blender.
Big up Everton Blender. These are the caliber artists. I'm just trying to
I win.
to
Yeah,
find.
Lava.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Vaughn. Aki Becker there.
Yeah.
Third World. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So
Morgan Heritage. Yeah, man. Some nice.
so these are the caliber
Yeah, man.
of artists that he's working with. Um, what were some of the challenging moments? Give us some of the moments where you thought you did everything and it didn't work out, because people don't understand as a promoter you can do everything right, and sometimes anything can happen. It really is a risky
I
business.
tell you. I
What
tell you.
moments like that can you
I
share?
never forget. I never forget. Kabaka. Ibamar. One of Beberak first tour.
Okay.
That was a whole heap of work, you know.
Me know.
Yeah.
I know.
All the same chronics there, you know. Remember,
Yeah,
you know, we are one of the first man them to bring chronics come to Washington, D.C.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. The first, not one of the first, the Iron Red.
First.
Wole,
First. Them big brother Wally there. Yeah, man. Them,
and that
on my
was
birthday.
yeah, that was a historic show. That show that was powerful.
Um, it was, let me see. Kabaka, Ibamar, and somebody else did up on the show. I think that Shredding did up on the show. We did the show 4th of July weekend. Bad idea.
Wow.
Traffic crush out the whole of the road. Road block off the whole of the road because we did have a venue, we did a work on the ocean front named Shakas. You
Oh,
understand? So Shakas they right on the ocean front because I remember me tell you man. Cause them did have do fireworks on the ocean front and everything. So we did already have everything scheduled up that way there. Yeah, man, I tell you star. And when me and Black am I, yeah.
okay.
Man, yeah. And all of the man them did actually, and I said, Johnny style, yo. Man them go up on all the beach and up on the beach and play football on the beach. Cause yo, cause we give thanks still, we not tell a lie. We still
Yes,
give thanks still.
yes.
Once and once, once and once they come out still, but to the navigation height, you understand? Because
Traffic.
people buy ticket and say, yo, them can't come and go in a traffic. You understand me? So I just a whole plethora a dilemma just a reach the event. You understand me?
And
But
this,
the venue did good.
yeah,
Sound like everything did good.
yeah. Well, this is important because people have to understand as a promoter. These are the things you have to keep in mind,
Yeah,
because
man.
if there are other things happening in the city during your
Yeah,
anything can happen, and
yeah.
usually, as a promoter myself, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Yeah, man.
That
Tell you,
is the
hurt
law
you, man.
of that is the law of promotion. Something are gonna
Yeah.
go wrong,
True,
and
man. True, big
you
brother.
have to be quick on your feet. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You
sir.
have to be
Yeah,
quick
man.
on your
Yeah, man.
feet.
And then that
Go
was
ahead.
it was like even after the show, because a late night that now 2, 3 o'clock them step on the road same way. So it kind of even hard for Kabaka them move, kind of tour them depon. So
Yeah.
once they show them have to move, so them get jam up for a little while, see me because the whole city, you see me, and the road block, you have to go round detour. Yeah, man.
Wow.
I give thanks, man. None of them man they remember that show there, but yeah, man, we don't forget that show the car. Yeah, man.
We just interviewed Kabaka, so if you haven't seen that interview for the 20,000, we interviewed him. Check out that.
Yeah.
It's on the platform. Big up yourself, Kabaka,
No,
Abishai,
big
Wayne,
up,
the whole Bebel Rock family. So talk to I and I about the state of reggae, Rastafari reggae right now in America. I want to go into. You have been in the business, decades now. You know what I mean? You've seen the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. Where are we right now? 2025. What does the landscape, particularly on the East Coast, because usually this diaspora corridor is the main, for Rastafari reggae. You have the Cali corridor,
Yeah.
and then you have the East Coast,
corridor.
Florida.
New York,
Talk to us
Florida.
about that card. Yes, talk to us.
To be honest with you, it's more now like in each community, you understand me, state-wise on the East Coast, you have artists that migrate to the States, you understand me, Caribbean-wise, not just Jamaica. Them are make the nice now, you understand me, because they are seeing how the trajectory can be instead of just waiting. You understand me? They now are going out there to put out the work. Even even right now, like October gone, we just released an album to Kwasi with
Okay.
Ras Fraser Jr. and Philip Fraser's son, and Atlanta-based artist that. Big up in a Ras Fraser. Selassie.
Rastafari.
And the album name I Am Conscious. Solid tracks. Anthony B, Perfect, Nourishman, we have it's a Pepper, what's the one? Let me like Vibrate, Firestar. So we have Anthony B. We have a nice ensemble of music out there now. You understand me where we are put out there in the marketplace to suffice for whatever is missing.
Yes.
Roots and authenticity. Don't get me wrong now, Yes, America has created its own version of reggae music through the transition of our forefathers and dear parents. You understand me? Because one of the things where I always highlight to reggae artists when them coming, keep this in mind, The artists, the American artists, them here, them auntie, them uncle, them brother, them sister, them college brethren, them high school brethren, them down to them kindergarten brethren is here. That is their fan base. You understand me? So your fan base is a totally different fan base from theirs. Why they are gonna be successful within their realm now is because them already have that grassroots fan base. All them do is amplify that grassroots fan base. You understand me? Through the different facets, as we mentioned, with the root fire, you understand me, and the ineffable.
So for those who follow, and he's talking about some of the white reggae bands and how they've been able to build an audience,
Yeah.
Locally from their
And not even white reggae band alone, You
Yeah.
understand me? I have some black American reggae band here also too.
Okay.
You understand me? Them are do them work, see me. When I
Okay.
meet them personally, but phone wise, you understand me? Now message wise, they are here. But at the same time, it's like that avenue. You understand me? They have to create that realm where they can advance to that avenue for grasp within the marketplace here. You
Yes.
understand me? And at the same thing, them auntie, them uncle, them best friend and them friend because them go to school here. So they already have that grassroots fan base where them have to expound upon also.
Yes.
You see? So yeah man. But as far as saying reggae artists, if you even fit for let us say now how much years now? Look at it more than 10, 15 years now. Look at even a lot of the reggae festivals that are being held on the West Coast. Let's use that for an example. You understand me for the market. You find say it is more centralized around an American brand based reggae concept. You understand me? Not to say not to say that the music don't sound good or we're against the whole concept of reggae music within the diaspora. But because of one, marketability,
Yes.
profitability,
Yes.
awareness,
Yes.
those promoters delve into those artists because there
They're
is
not
that
buying plane tickets.
thank you.
You know, they're
Thank
not
you.
buying. They don't have to worry about entourage
Thank
and
you.
and additional costs. You know, as you said, these artists are local. If anything, they might go up on a bus, and you know, there's a system.
And
And I,
you'll find it too, You'll find it too, Kwasi. All
yeah,
right. We used to do some work with this band from Boston, right?
yes,
They named the elevators now.
okay,
Them used to name the corner store. How may I tell you say at the agency we tour them down the whole East Coast, we tour them all over America. And never bridging, you understand me, I call him, never forget the bridging name Dr. Dre. Remember,
yes. I know Dr.
me
Dread.
not
I know
have
Dr. Dread. Yeah,
me not have access to that marketplace. So me know say, okay then, if me call Dr. Dread, I make Dr. Dread know say what you know. So then a year avenue that. Me see it for myself. Me prove that for myself. That
yeah.
was my test for sure, say. That's how it work. No itch nor but, no ifs nor but. You understand me? It's evident because they are within the space now.
Okay,
Them dep on the top line and the top tier events now. Why?
okay.
Because that door open, that is let us know. What's the word? I wouldn't want to use no incriminating word for want the bad feelings.
Yeah. But they were given a level of access to an
To,
existing
to
network.
their dimension.
Yes,
You
yes.
understand me? Because they were there in Boston doing the work same way. You understand me? And of course, me know say Dr. Dread have the avenue there. So here what Dr. Dread here avenue this and you understand me? Of course, Dr. Dread have the avenue, Dr. Dread open the door and they are
Yeah,
where they are today. But
long-standing networks. Now,
exactly.
because Big Mill knows this a lot more than I, so I'm leaning on Big Mill to give us a picture. So reggae bands can still tour in America and be profitable. Let me start with reggae. I'm not going to Rastafari reggae bands. I'm just saying reggae in general. What is the market like for reggae, non-Cali Roots reggae band? Because we know Cali Roots have their ecosystem. We know,
Yeah,
and
them have a machine for back then.
yeah,
Basically.
they have a
They have their
machine.
own machine.
Outside of that machine, is there a market for reggae in America? Can a band with full band tour, a proper tour in America? Is that still a reality right now?
The reality, to be honest, the reality is a Buju Banton, a Barry Salmon, a Sean Paul, top tier that have that what I say now, that crossover of leveling of the music.
Yes.
But as far as the other artists them for say them are gonna put together a tour Reason being in a Kwasi,
Yes.
you look on venue costs. No.
Venue costs. All right, break it down now. Break it down. I want
Yeah,
reality. Make we give the people reality
yeah, one
about
of the things you talk about venue costs and
venue costs.
allocation.
Okay.
Meaning it depends on the type of venue.
Yes.
Because me now, you understand me? Me as a promoter, me want to keep a venue, a show in the park. A lot more constraints I have to go through versus an American promoter.
Yes.
One factor is that is a part of the whole organization that you have to go through to make your event pass the necessary requirements. You understand me? Because you have to look on it, you know. Feel sister friend work at the office, the mayor office. For your cousin, feel brother, the brother-in-law there. So everything circumvent in accessibility. You understand me? So for an American promoter to get it done in a dimension that is associated with what you doing, it more easier for them. You understand me? They go through less hoops than even a reggae a Jamaican promoter. You understand me? You have to go through how much security you have to provide. You have to make sure, say, the venue
That's a
is
cost.
is, is, is secure. All of those
Yes,
costs,
that's a
all of
cost.
that is costing. You understand me? And not to mention
What
the
about the
artist.
band? Have to get paid.
Thank you.
Hotel.
And if you now bring the artist where I'm gonna bring out that amount of audience to suffice for the budget we spend, give thanks. The love
And
of
then
music.
who's paying the staff? In a lot of these venues have minimum that you have to guarantee, bar guarantee. For book the venue, you have to
True,
guarantee them a certain amount of
true, true.
revenue so they can
Yes,
pay
sir.
their staff, pay security. So the promoter have to cover that as
That
well.
that that covers even the whole budget of the promoter even before the event start,
Yes,
because you have to put them numbers there together to even derive to a ticket cost.
that is it.
You understand me? And then you will have patrons that I will say them now go pay a certain amount of money to come see a certain artist, which you can't blame a man to spend how much money more to spend out of in pocket, but at the same time, the the requirements for the event is discussed. Why the promoter come up to this is because the auxiliaries where him have to go through to make sure say him going to produce this event to you at a satisfactory dimension. You see, so it has a whole plethora of variables, big brother.
No, it's serious. I see
Mhm.
Lion Pride and Patreon, Akashic Records, Reggae. Uh, he says Sizzler and Capleton still tour the US.
Sizzle and Capleton tour the US in a dimension where, if I remember says, yeah, Miguel just get back film visa. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? So to me, may I be real with you, it's more now if let's look at it from this standpoint then. Let me be realistic.
And we're talking about the state of
Yeah.
Rastafari reggae in general in America from a business perspective. Continue.
All right. As far as Jamaican oriented reggae artists touring the US, there has to be an affiliation with an American oriented reggae band for that tour to be a success.
Okay.
All right. One example. Steve Marley when Steve Marley apart. Who Steve Marley them part with? When them a tour. Stick Figure, Revolution.
Okay.
So there is that, or even the other day when all of the brother them tour. Because the market share for Jamaican Caribbean oriented reggae artists is minute now because of the American diaspora has what it has created for itself to suffice off. You
Yes.
understand me?
Yes.
So if all right, Sizzla and Capleton, me say me never see Sizzla and Capleton tour America yet. Why? That's a tour. But then when as a promoter, when you sit back now and look on the numbers,
yes,
you understand me? You say, oh damn. But then if them artists then now say, okay then, make we go up on tour. All right. When we use and when we learn from the industry, the American music touring sector, right, Kwasi? The artist that is running the music now, team music I play. Understand me? Him have other artist brethren out there that their music is playing also, different record labels. What they do is them come together and them say, okay then, all the way go up on the road. You see the opening acts, where them a carry up on the road this year, the next year, when the tour are going, those opening acts have their opening acts opening because them bust next year.
Okay.
Me no see Jamaican reggae artists do that. Our togetherness, the only time I can remember, let's see, I remember that tour with Anthony B. Chuck, yeah, it was Anthony B. Chuck Fender. The togetherness tour where it was like 4 or 5 different Rasta a tour the other day, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. And yeah, let me tell you something, Anthony B, you know, that's why I have to respect Anthony B, you know. You understand me? Anthony B are one of the artists them will always dep on tour as well too. You
Yeah,
understand? Him always stand predominant within the touring sector. You see?
Him
So
have,
it's
a
like
catalog. Him have a catalog that can, no matter what go on.
out
Yeah.
there. Out there. Universal.
And he's a performer. He actually, you know, his craft when
Yeah,
he's gonna give you a full show.
Exactly.
And to answer the question, because I heard even with the Sizzla Capleton that some of those dates were track shows, you know, were sound system.
Yeah. True.
And,
And then that now, all
yeah.
right.
And these are two legends, you know what I mean? So because I want us to be real right now, you know, as a family.
The economics.
Yeah, the economics. This
The
is a business
economics.
platform right now.
The business part about it
Yes.
makes that performance concept feasible within that sphere.
Yes.
You understand me? Because you look on it now if you say, okay, a lot of international acts, they perform with DJs. You understand me? So now we'll find Capleton and Sizzla and some other reggae artists them utilize the same format, wherein their fan base, their core fan base is not used to that. Them used to live bands. You understand me? In America, you're not gonna see a reggae artist out there unless him having band. Hands down, him having band. If a 4 or 5 of them or 3 of them have them band. Them now the DJ if you say, okay then, them are gonna go out there and go perform that way then. No, them are carry them band. One of the components where a cause that change within our music is the economics and the cost. The band consists of a drummer, 2 keyboard.
Yeah. Break it down. Break it down.
The drummer, the 2 keyboard player, the 2
That's
guitar
3.
player.
That's
5 man.
That's 5 right there.
The 5 man right there, so you know.
Yeah. We're not talking about the artists. We're not talking about that.
You're talking about the percussion man.
Yes,
You
5.
still have the percussion man.
5
And you
playing
still have the engineer, that are 7. And then you have the
7.
road manager, that are 8.
That are 8.
And if you go travel with him assistant, that are 9. And then
9.
the artist at the 10.
Okay.
And then of course, you know, if you go have that other 1 or 2 man, so you're gonna find one artist that travel with 12, 13 man. You understand me?
So 13 plane tickets right there for the promoter.
Exactly. Now, if it's a case wherein he might come up on a tour, you understand me? Yes. Because him know say is not one event. They might come. They might have other events to suffice that cost, and then other promoters within
We pick
that
up the
chain
package.
are gonna pick up the package. You
Yeah.
understand me? So that cost are gonna get broken down, and then 90% of the times when the artists them come on tour, them have transportation on ground. You understand me? So you find say that's another added cost there too. Tour bus not cheap.
Tour bus not cheap.
No, we are talking about
Hotel rooms
man. Yeah.
per diem.
Hold on, man. Yeah, man. The
You know,
whole mechanism is like now what me I look on because of where the marketplace is. Okay, then you have 10, 15 solid reggae artists. A three set of artists that for tour. 5 each. Connect up with underground event organizers. Because right now you know have promoters out there where a lot of venues closed down. The whole marketplace changed. So in order for the event be a success, the artists and the promoters have to be working together hand in hand.
and
It's
then
not
this is where the venue acquisition by Live Nation Ticketmaster was so genius because most of the venues that
sell.
can host these type of events are owned by Live Nation and Ticketmaster, from mid-size to theater to
Amphitheaters.
all through the scale. So they created an ecosystem. I want the family overstand really
Yeah,
what
man.
going on so
Yeah,
that
man.
we can correct
Yeah,
this.
man.
Because I'm looking at this because we don't just want to lament. I'm looking at the African continent as an opportunity to correct some of the mistakes that we made in the West
Yeah.
in terms of Rastafari, reggae, music, business. You know what I mean? Because there are all of these, and if we look at even Cali Roots, from my understanding, they also have venues and things that they also have invested in. You know what I mean? So
Of course.
they've
Yeah,
built
man.
out their
All
ecosystem.
right.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you this.
All right.
Let me break it down to you. You have what the name? Ineffable.
Yes.
Ineffable is the umbrella organization, my lord.
Okay.
Now you have Ineffable, which is in charge of Root Fire and Cali Roots. Root Fire produce the artists them for Cali Roots.
Okay.
Ineffable is the label also, the umbrella. So you find say they produce the album. You understand me? You submit the album to them. They put the album in a them network. You tour the album. Them get back them money off a record sales. We know in a Jamaica, we don't have nothing like that. You understand me?
And you have to explain that Root Fire is a non-profit, I believe.
Yeah, man.
That
Yeah.
is, allows them to access grant funding and other things. They also do collective promotion, marketing.
Exactly.
Root
Yep.
Fire is able to cover these cultural costs. So it's really a ingenious system, and it's working.
It is. It
You know,
is. Because
yeah, go ahead.
one of the things in a Kwasi,
Yeah.
one of the things that even I learned, right, was that within every state in the USA, you
Yes.
understand, every city, you have funding, you have grants that are available for culturally oriented concepts.
Okay.
You understand?
Nitty gritty. I want the people to understand what we are talking about tonight.
Is the different organizations that have the intelligence about it. Understand me?
Yes.
All right. Now break it down to you. Each city, because the city is connected to the government, you understand the organization, they can produce and um, pay artists to perform because they can't take taxpayers' money and do them thing there. You understand me?
Yes.
So through grants and fund allocation, they have a company now. So that company is responsible for producing the events to make the city look good.
Yes.
You understand me? That entity is that same entity that has access to the cultural oriented funding. You understand me? They get the funds. You understand me? You connect with them to allocate the funds or to get the utilize the funds in a sense. Then. You
Yes.
understand me? Even in a DC,
Yeah, man.
DC have cultural oriented grants
DC Commission, Arts
right in
Commission.
the type
Yeah,
of thing.
man. DC Arts Commission, you can get 10
Exactly.
grand to produce an event,
Exactly.
different things. It's
So
a
is
serious thing you have to
to
have.
know the different organizations within their areas so that they can apply themselves for garner access to those funds. You see me? So the more funds allocated, you understand me, is the more successful the event can be because you have a look at it now for say the affiliation of the city is going to create a broader awareness.
Yes.
You understand me? All right. The what name? What I show the name Kwasi.
So,
We did a show in Virginia. Reggae and the Green.
yes.
And it was one of the things where was a factor for even that event was because we were at a major city park.
Okay.
Everybody come at the park. So you find some people come out and people turn out for the event. You understand me? Regardless, because it said we had a mountain behind make out a trash in was it? Was it name
What
won't trash more.
who was on that show?
Etana, this youth from Cali, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the dep on the show there? And some local bands the dep on the show there. Yeah, yeah, some local bands the dep on the show there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I know. There has been on the back of field, but that's another strategy because now you have access to city and state resources and
Exactly.
venues, and those are outside of the Live Nation Ticketmaster
Exactly.
ecosystem.
Them still have
So,
them stipulations too, because
yeah, man.
we used to our daylight dance. You can't have the daylight dancing at the people in park.
No, it's very serious. But I just wanted this episode to just show people some of the reality of Rastafari reggae because people might be wondering why they don't see shows. In the heyday, you had several artists touring up and down the East Coast with bands. You had several Caribbean promoters. Every Caribbean social club, was packed to the brim. You had a vibrant
And
reggae,
then
live reggae
hold on,
scene.
before you even go down the line there.
Yeah.
You have to think about it from a higher sense too, because and we mash up our venue them when we have here in America where a lot of these artists can't come back to.
Talk about it.
You understand me? So we find say where you go on a yard you can't come abroad. No. To America or anywhere that is not the origin of reggae. Reggae is what I call it now. What's that word? Reggae is like something where you bring come in a different diaspora. You understand? Like a spice. And the spice is not original or it is not originated there. But at the same time, expounding on the spice and cultivating the spice, yeah, expand it in the diaspora. You understand me? So because of that now, even we as Rastafarians, can you have to remember say Rasta bring reggae globally,
Yes.
regardless of where anybody wants to say about the music. You understand me? Rasta bring reggae music to the globe. So having a strong foundation with bringing Rasta oriented reggae music, that now is like say it has to be more a festival concept. It can't be like one time where you have an artist a reggae, keep it on a sizzle and come at a club. Because most of them club they shut down.
Yes, and be explicit. Why have a lot of those clubs shut down?
The patron behavior, business, you understand me? The pandemic.
So once a space for the global audience, once a space get hot in America, usually it gets shut up within a timing. You know, once it become that spot, line up around the corner, you know, big buzz, everything is going nice, is usually some type of violence is going to be associated, and then the license gets pulled, something, and that club is not there anymore, or they stop booking it for those particular types of events, you know.
Exactly.
That also happens.
And one of the things too, you know, Kwasi, is like when you put forward the music in a dimension where ones and ones susceptible to it. Because don't get me wrong now, you know, people still go out at events, but it's more on a larger scale, not a club kind of vibe. You find people more about a park oriented events, you understand me? And they one for one, the price, you understand me, is a total different cost from an outdoor event versus a club event. You understand me? The audience, you know, the club, it's gonna be a certain amount to capacity versus an outdoor capacity. So you find say a lot of Americans now not come a club to see the artist. Them rather wait till the artist come on an outdoor stage. You understand me? At a cheaper price, same way. Wherein you have that versus right there. You know what I mean?
So in terms of the current landscape, you know what I mean? Because yes, you have the festivals which are prominent, but do you think that there's still, because we don't have as many reggae festivals either, you know? I mean, we used to have some major shows, and you know, there was a big controversy last year, I think. Sierra Nevada canceled their show, and there was a couple of big festivals last year that canceled their shows. So I've been saying, Big Mill, that reggae is on life support in America. You know, Jamaican reggae is on life support. I'm a controversial person sometimes. I like shake up the thing, you know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right.
That is what I was looking for the validation, because Big Mill knows a lot more than I do. He's working. Yeah, go ahead.
From a perspective of the music within this space, you know. You have to realize one thing when we want a whole heap of people overstand to is that, I go back to it again. The American artists and born here, man tell them cousin and them brother and them sister and them friend and them niece is born yes. They have learned the music, they play the music, they entertain the audience. Now there's always also that language barrier.
Yes.
Which plays that big factor. You understand? So you find that American oriented reggae artists then singing a proper English. You understand me? So them are gonna get more ear play automatically. You understand me? One of the other factors is that they already have that platform that is available for them to do that. You see what I say?
And their subject matter is also different, more relatable to their audience.
Exactly.
They might talk about their girlfriend, this,
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
You know, we're talking about sufferation, or you're talking about
totally different.
Totally different. Or you know, so it's more translatable to.
All right. You see, you say that?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
remember this, you know. See, I call a band one time, man. American oriented band. And when I call the man them, I say, this is what me don't want to do. Understand? I call the manager and everything. You know, the man set him up on the phone. The man say, I not think that the band are gonna be a good fit because they are being promoted in a wrong way. So, well, you mean them are get promoted in a wrong way because the name with them have them now promote it in other facet. So I was like, what you say a while ago?
Mm-hmm.
But say no man, me can't do the show. I said, where they alright then. We're not gonna further because me already see where and what it is all about. You understand me? So
Okay.
when I go but I press the issue, I was like, okay then, if that's the case and you don't say that the band fits for this type of concept that we putting together, have a good day, sir.
What was the concept?
Already sure.
Okay.
But maybe because it did have who did have on the show? The truck fender, where is it?
Jamaican artists.
Jamaican reggae artist.
Okay. Okay.
You
So
understand? And then
yes.
the factor that they weren't gonna be the headliner.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So learning all of that, it's more now like, yo, you really have to understand the market to deal with it.
This is the business that we're talking about, family. So I hope ones overstand. We're
Yeah, man.
getting down to the nuts and the bolts.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we would love to talk about the message and
All
those
right.
things, which is
Watch
very
this.
important. But we have to understand the business of the music so
If
that
I
we can make
if
it
I know
sustainable. Continue.
if I know, cause say
Yeah.
one time gone you used to have individual promoters.
Yes.
Now you have regional promoters.
You see it.
You have one promoter responsible for a whole region.
You see it.
I mean I talk about region in a sense where he's responsible for 10, 20 of the top venues in the region. Why? Because of his affiliation with the entity that is responsible for the artist that is on the road.
Yes.
So
This
how
is
me ever get the show?
this is the top level of the business that we're or
Me
that
can't get the show
yeah, you
in
as
a
a
my
local
community.
promoter
No,
can't get that.
impossible.
No. And
Impossible.
this is how the Caribbean promoters got cut out of the majority of the business, you know.
Totally. Totally.
Right now in the major diaspora corridors, there's very little activity that's taking place. Now, how do you see the rise of Afrobeats in terms of also, do you think that it's a competitor for reggae, Rastafari oriented reggae, or we know that dancehall it's taking some of the share, but I know some Pan African people who used to would have loved listen to a reggae if they want to full joy themselves. They will go Afrobeats party or Afro, because it still have the African kind of thing, even though it's a more less message music driven. Do you think Afrobeats has been a factor in the marketplace as it relates to Rastafari roots reggae on the road?
As far as when we say Afrobeats, I still have to remember say 90% of the Afrobeats artists them, if not are reggae oriented anyway.
Yes.
Understand me? But we also have to remember the market share. The whole globe can fit in Africa. So looking at it from that standpoint, one artist about Nigeria, his audience is going to 2 times the audience of America. Imaga might have piece of England too, in a Nigeria. You over, so you find say film audience will be bigger, of course.
Yes, 200 million people in Nigeria.
You see what I said to you?
Yeah, and
So,
330 in America.
all right.
Yeah.
So you
350,
find
call it 350 in America.
you find say that, and then when you look at it too, you have to remember say we are talking about Afrobeats in America. You are talking about jazz, hip hop, um, R&B, rap. So the music genres
There's
decomparted
competition.
in America.
There's competition in America. A lot of
Exactly.
different types of music.
In Africa, Afrobeats. So that market share there is a total concentration of just one genre. So you find say the marketability and the profitability are go bigger, of course, without hands down. You understand me? And with the age of technology, that are going supersede in the current sphere where they are not even a part of. Because when you look at it, all right, prime example, a Burner Boy. You think me can take a Burner Boy show? No. If you don't have the 900 odd or the million odd, you can't book Burner Boy. You mad? But yet still, when you look at the market and who Burner Boy is in the marketplace, you find say, now my Burner Boy, remember say Burner Boy Africa, Burner Boy come from Burner Boy not come from America. America see Burner Boy Africa. Now Burner Boy see America. You understand me? It at the other way.
Burna Boy don't have to come to America.
No.
Good.
Burner Boy just come to America to make sure say the future money secure. You see what I say? And at the same time, watch this. The show that my Burner Boy come do on him tour in America is not like say a Live Nation or them booking. We are partners. So you are make money, and me I make money because you can't pay me to come perform. You over what me say?
Yeah, that's the highest level.
Right.
When you're at the highest level, you partner with these entities, these ecosystems.
Exactly. So it boils down to
yes.
It boils down to ticket sales.
Yes. Pricing versus pulling power.
Thank you.
I always big up my brethren Chin. I always talk about that. The pricing versus the pulling power. And artists have to understand this concept. What you charge should be correlate with how many people you can pull into a venue.
Exactly.
This is how a promoter is thinking when he's booking an artist, because again, this is not a charity business. A promoter can't afford to be losing all of the time for your career. So you have to, and this is why, a lot of our artists don't like to do interviews. They don't like to put in that marketing work to build their brand, and they leave it on the promoter. And this is why I tell artists, you build a fan base doing your interviews, when people get to know you, get to know what is behind the music, the passion that you have.
True.
But to make an artist, we don't like do interviews. We feel like a feds or informer. I don't know how we look for interview.
You see, it is with looking at it now, because you find even now you find say a whole heap of artists they want to come out now from a media perspective, but I don't know. You're supposed to be visible long time. Where you hide for? You know what I mean? You're out there singing music. People are hearing your voice. So what the problem is?
What is the problem? You have to build your brand so that, and this correlates to your bookings, because if you are creating that demand for yourself in the marketplace, then a promoter is more likely to be able to work with you, because you've done the legwork. You have your super fans in each market that want to come and see you. Then it becomes a no-brainer for a promoter, because you can even show the promoter, look how much, because we're living in the days of analytics now. This is, 20% of my fan base is in Virginia, and you look Big Mill, and him look on your social media, and him see the engagement, and him see say your thing, he's going to be more likely to take that chance than you just send him and say, Big Mill, say, Majesty, me love, and yeah, man.
We love His Majesty too. Oh, yeah. And then you love that.
Big Mill, you can't put me on a show here and go on some Big Mill and Majesty, you know what I mean? And Nobody don't know the eye, and you have not put in. You know what I mean? So this, we just want to create the reality,
True,
because I think that we have to create an ecosystem working together. You know what I mean?
True.
I see Big Mill do it. Wally Kings, I see certain ones working together as promoters. We have to do it more, and the artists now and their teams. We have to come together because we have to see these markets. We have. I would go as far as to say we have to look at it like we have to build it from the ground, come up again. You know what I
Kwasi,
mean? Yeah.
one of the main factors, it is management.
Management, yes.
Keep this in mind, as an artist, All right, the art, put it. You are the artist. Your duty as the artist is to make music. Of course, aware of the business, but your main duty is to make music. And your duty to know, as the artist, to know how much fans you have a Virginia. You manage your duty that. You understand me? So you find, say, if a lot of these artists have management that is subversive in managerial skills within the music industry, then you will see a whole heap of difference. Enough artists. Now, man, me and him apart from we a little youth, man, I'm around my thing. When you go up on the road, okay, one of the first things you have to understand is where you're going. Your fan base there. You have a manager that have access to all of that information. Is he subversive in that knowledge capability of knowing that, okay, center we go to US, we go to America. When we get the work permit for go to America, we know so we have 5 or 10 show up on the East Coast. All of the tri-state them involved in it, and we're going to involve some off-state. Because at the same time, as management, you have to know all of them variables there within the space where you have to try to make the artist be a success. You understand me? And then not having that intelligence, what you gonna do? It's gonna create that essence of overpricing, loss of revenue, loss of funds, because you tell yourself as the artist, say you want a certain amount of money for go to America for perform. Are you a household name in America for you to be demanding that specified amount of funds? You see what I'm saying? You want to charge more money than a household name artist in America. How that work? When reggae music is just a commodity in America. Think about it. You understand what I say? So from a management perspective, managers have to have that experience and that knowledge capability so that artists can be successful within this realm. If not, are those two brethren that touch the road and go around and talk and do what they do. You understand me? I remember when they were the artists, when they on the road with the artists, maybe about 2 years ago. I made him sit down on a reason. You understand? My artists are out there already. I mean, I say, you see, you go all over the world, youth, and you do so much things. What was happening? Who did I manage this? Who did I do this? Who? And the man turned to me and said, yo, when you call me for a show, we just write it down, and just tell my brethren, my brethren, you see me? We just get 2 youth, and we just call my boy them over, so, we just fly out, we just go deal with the show, And sometimes we in the hotel room, and already at the show, and 2 more things coming, just write it down, call my youth, them at Jamaica, and them just put together the paperwork, and I say,
They rough out their family.
But then, it's the same artist them now where I tell you, say, them required this amount of funds to perform. Now beat a man pan when feeling deserved.
No.
Him have to look on the factors that make him be sustainable for when deserve.
The one thing I would tell any artist watching this is educate yourself.
Yes, sir.
If you have a brethren who wants to be a manager, because from a manager perspective too, most managers, it's an investment of time and resources to pick up an artist. So most of the time, you're not generating any money to pay the manager to make it make sense. So it's gonna be a budget. For most, 90% of the artists is gonna be so close to them, who love them, who are gonna put in that sacrifice. But if you're that person, you need to educate yourself. You cannot, if you love your brethren,
Education is key. That's how you're gonna make your brethren successful.
That's how you are gonna watch some YouTube video. You know what I mean? We're in the information age. I have videos on management. You can go on Lion Voice, Lion Law, and we've done videos on things a manager should know, road manager, the different types of manager. But educate yourself, because you see, and Big Mill is being very humble, and he's had a lot of conversation with major artists, and trust me, I know he's heard a lot of shocking things. One one of the things that shocked I when I came into this business, because my background was in community development in Ras Tafari, and then we kind of shift to deal with the music business, the entertainment, all this. But one of the things that was the most shocking was how few people were full time in the business. Some of the people that you think are giants in the business, them have a regular job, where they not tell you about. and
True, my lad.
deal with the reggae thing as a side,
True.
So I said, wow, our business not pretty, and it's because, again, we've tried to do it individually. We've tried to, everybody try carve out them little space, and we're going up against ecosystems. We're going up against multinational conglomerates and the little one man thing. It doesn't work,
And then one of the things too, Kwasi,
Yeah.
you can watch this now. If even a whole heap of promoters see them and check and look at it from a business perspective, more than one heads come together makes sense. You understand me? So, okay, them big festival there, where you might have a one man or a two man key. You have 10, 15, 20 different promoters within the same region where the show keep. 10, 15 different promoters come together keep that one festival. You understand me? Everybody is responsible to their own facet within the content. Oh, what a joy and success that would have been.
I tell you, it needs to happen, and I wanted to start this true, yeah, I wanted to start the
Collective
conversation
security.
because, again, everything centers around this. His Majesty coined the term collective security on the international, and we see more than ever that for our survival in every realm of life, we have to implement this principle called collective security. You know what I mean? And without it, we are going to fail. The last thing, because we saw this as big people. We were big people when the quote unquote the reggae revival happened. You know what I mean? The whole of we were big people already. You know what I mean? And what we saw is that these young people from Jamaica came together under the banner of Rastafari, ignited a spark that was dormant around the world, because before the reggae revival, it was kind of the same vibes that was happening. It was just at an earlier stage, Live Nation and Ticketmaster wasn't as entrenched, but the thing was already going down, because one of the things that distinguished the reggae revival is that they fought to tour their bands. They fought for the promoters to start bringing forward the bands, because at that time it was track shows. Talk about it, Big Milk. You were active. You saw it from ground level, and the potential.
Remember this.
Yeah.
And one of them reggae band there, when them come America, see, except their management, sit down. Keep this in mind, Every member of a visa, and have a work permit. Each work permit come with a social security number. That social security number, you know, entitles you to a whole heap of things. And you have to know if you utilize it. One of that is you can open a business. I have a social security number, I have an address, you can open a business. Okay. I said to the warrior, I said, here one. In order to make the change and break that cycle, you have to create the entity here. So that means when it's time for you to work, it's not a problem for you to traverse here because you have an entity here that is paying taxes and creating employment. Wrong or right?
Yes, you're right. Right. It's
And that the mafia want because you can't there and not pay the mafia, right? You have to pay them fee piece of food. As long as you're paying fee piece of food, you're good to go. Now, having that ways and means for no say, okay then, the social security number can make you create a business. That business in turn can be sustainable for you. That's you have to cut costs. Cut costs meaning instead of the promoter or the talent buyer have to send funds to you to Jamaica. There. That transfer fee and cut it out. Those are the things where
yes.
Cause the breakdown, some of the breakdown within the music. You understand? But we just like experience as far as opening up ones and ones. I you know say watching on my lad, you know so when you come in, you know say could I get a business and that business pay you as the artist where instead of you worry about another work permit, your business make you have an automatic work permit because of your business. You understand? And you are work for your business and you are employ people. So of course you have to take away that factor of always wanting to renew a visa. Wrong or right, brother?
Yeah, I'm not an international attorney, so I'm not going to give people. I don't know where the law is right now, but it sounds feasible.
Yeah, because as a business owner, you understand me, you gotta have certain privileges. You understand me? You're gonna be able to change, you're gonna be able to change certain status as a business owner. You understand me?
Definitely. And the business, as you say, the business can file the
For
paperwork
you.
Yes.
You understand me? That is going to take away that element of go embassy at Jamaica to get visa. You understand me? That cuts out that expense right there. Me broke it down to the warrior.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? I'm surprising to see them go another way and materialize how them want it. I'm sit back see me and say, I'm going to show you a way. You see what I say? There was a way wherein you could have created sustainability. No questions asked because you have the materials to do it.
Yes.
You see? And then it does traverse into ones and ones intelligence and how they want to utilize them intelligence for them Ghana. You see what I say?
Why I brought up the reggae revival period is because it showed that if the ones them come together under the banner of Rastafari, utilizing the principle of collective security, that the market can be created. Because the market came out of, where did that market come from? It rose. You understand?
Yes. And then watch this now.
Yeah.
That same revival, how did they get amplified? Road fire.
Okay, I don't know that part there.
Oh, how you think them get amplified? Look back on all of the thing that they were on that same platform that utilized is being utilized.
Okay. We never know that part there. This is why I bring Big Mill on the platform. Me know who to talk to, you know. Me know who to talk to.
Fire real, man.
People
The
that
fire real. Can we pay attention, man?
No, it's a serious thing because and again it all comes back to the ecosystems. You know, you cannot go around the
Exactly.
ecosystems, and this is what
Exactly.
I am,
And it's evident. It is
Yes,
so evident that even when you look on the tour schedule, then you will see it for yourself. When you look on the different reggae-oriented events, you will see it for
it's true.
yourself.
It's true. It's very true.
You understand me? So it's like if ones and ones not really pay attention on that dimension, there, you're not gonna see it. You just gonna say, so all the reggae artists, then me not see the reggae. There's the other component
Um,
to it. You
to,
understand?
but I will say, to the credit of the Reggae Revival, through the collective security, they were producing top images.
Exactly.
They raised the standard of Jamaican music videos, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? In terms
Exactly.
of the whole heap of drone footage, they look like it's a tourist board
That's cool, man.
video, you know,
That's
them
cool.
youths I really see, because we used to the dancehall video them and we know how them
Mhm.
they used to look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A man
And
of
then and then look at it like this too. Them you there in a reggae revival, you know. It is a set of youth we know where they know what collective they understood what
yeah,
collective security is.
it's
You
true.
understand me? Because it wasn't like you remember when Chronics come a DC, about 13 of them come a DC. And each person had a role.
Yes.
You understand me? It wasn't a bunch of man where a fly on plane or a visa because them can come a foreigner, them have visa where them can come. You understand me? It is a set of youth when now when them a travel is a reason why everybody a travel. Everybody have a role. It's either he's the
Everybody has a
photographer
role.
within the group, you are the person where I make sure everybody get food to eat. You understand me?
Yeah,
So
man. Professional
yeah, the
standard.
professionalism. They brought
They
in
did
a
bring
stronger
that
sense
too.
of professionalism to the
Yes.
the roots.
They
Yeah,
did
man.
they did bring that, and you know, but I say that to say that it's not too late, because if we do the right thing, the market appears, you know what I mean? And I tell all of those artists, you know, I said that the strength of that movement was His Majesty and Rastafari.
Selassie.
And once you come out of Jamaica with that identity, I say Rastafari, it will connect. You know, we've
Yes,
seen
sir.
it, because that was the same thing in the mid 90s when Garnet Silk, all of them start
True.
rise, early 90s, Tony Rebel, you
True.
know, Anthony B, you know what I mean? That was a revival.
Luciana.
It's Luciano. That was Sizzla. That was a revival in a sense too.
Yes,
When
sir.
Rastafari take over the airwaves in Jamaica, you know what I
True.
mean, late
True.
90s. So anytime the man them start moving that identity, it is a thing that will take the
It
place,
resonates.
you
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean?
Yes,
But
sir.
the question is, will we be ready for the next wave? This is the question I'm asking. Did we learn from the last wave? Uh, you know, are we ready for the next wave?
It's more now of an enhanced sense of collective security, I would say. And it would have been left to the ones where of that overstanding that is eminent. You understand me?
Yeah,
So we now go say it impossible, but it's just when the element of time presents itself. You understand me? We know say okay, at this time, just like before, where the predecessors them come forward and bring a vibration and everybody say, yeah man, at this. You understand the Capitan and the Garnet Silk and the Tony Rebel. You understand me? Everton Blender. You
Everton
understand me?
blend.
I mean, I say what?
Yeah,
That
man.
them time there was
Amazing.
it's and it happened in a generation, Kwasi. If you look
Yes,
at
yes,
it,
yes.
if you really look at it happened in a generation. So that generation they get to experience that set of artists, yeah. You understand me? This generation now get to experience this new generation of artists. Because really and truly, when we really check the numbers and the age group, Tony Rebel and Anthony B and all of them artists there, a circle running our age group
Yeah,
too.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They're elders now, elder
You see
statesmen
what I say? So you
in
find
the
say
thing. Yeah,
that,
man.
that, that growth there and the changing of the music. You understand me? Yeah, man.
Because that's another thing that we have to talk about with reggae and sound system cultures going through the same thing, which is the aging demographics.
True.
You know, your core marketplace I get older. The youth them they're on a different vibe. You know, the youth them more on an Afrobeat vibe in the diaspora or a soca vibes, or you know what I mean? Because I know
Or what I'm calling
trap music. My wife, her family, you know, when I go to Thanksgiving and I'm there around all of the young cousin them or whatever, I ask them, you know, and them I go Afrobeat parties, them I go soca party, fete, you know what I mean? Them no really deal, and these are all Jamaican second generation, third generation. But when they want to have a good time, they're not thinking about no roots reggae or no dancehall even, you know, at this point. So this is something that we have to understand. And when you go to, if I go to a reggae show right now, I can guarantee you most of the people are over 40.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know,
man.
almost, you know, most, probably 95% of the people. And when we say 40 are the young people them in that place.
Even the other day, me come a part of a non-profit organization named the Caribbean American Cultural Group. You understand me in Port St. Lucie, Florida. And we bring Luciana come here. Them have a regular event at the end of the year.
Okay.
And it was so predominant, really profound to I and I. So it was on a coronation day. So Luciana did there. Understand? Luciana come in. And the audience, when we really look out on the audience is a more mature audience. You understand me? Yeah, the younger generation they did it, yes, because them know or them hear mommy or daddy or auntie used to sing Luciana song, so of course them would allow to come out. I think who come out to come the younger generation who come out was for really come out to gain that experience of seeing who them hear perform live.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that was one of the takeaways from the event that we see. Because the younger audience, them did just so peeling to in field performance. You see me? I said, oh yeah man. It really strike a chord. But yeah man. I just the gen is that generation, that time of the generation change. So you find say the music change as well. You understand me? The fan base with the artists grow, him have to start do some collaboration. You understand with the younger artists we garner fans from the younger artists fan base so that he can keep relevant in the space as well. You see?
Yeah, I just want us to be more intentional about how we are dealing with the ecosystem. We have some comments here. It's so expensive to pay for 5 musicians, flights, hotel rooms, and per diem.
Yes, Akashik.
No,
Yes,
I'm talk
Akashik.
about too. You know, brethren do promotion.
Yeah, man. Kashik know the deal to man. For
Yeah,
real.
man, know the
There's
deal.
another warrior that for the battlefield. For real.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
it's a Barris was on stage with 12 players. You know? So
But look at it. Look at it. It that performance, you understand me, calls that performer calls for that type of set.
yes, and he can pull the crowd to
Exactly.
justify the economics
Exactly.
for that type of set. Same with a Bojo Bantan in certain markets.
Exactly.
You know, you're gonna get that audience. Cali Roots is more palatable to the US audience, less revolution, less challenging.
Exactly.
And that is also a big factor too. You know, you can play it on the
Lyrical
radio.
content. Lyrical
Yeah.
content.
You know what I
Understand
mean?
me?
So
Lyrical content.
excellent points. Lion Pride on Patreon, checking in. Akashik, big up yourself. Akashik is one of the people who's doing the consultations with I, and he'll tell you he's getting, you know, we're full joy in the experience. You know, we're learning from each other. We're showing him things that I know, and I know I learn from the brethren same way. So
Yeah, man. Akashic subversive in the music, too, man.
yeah, man, big him up,
man.
big him up. Give thanks for the continuous unity of Rastafari people. Big up yourself,
Haile, Selassie.
King. George James, these American Rasta bands are popular.
No,
All right.
you see, all right. You see a comment like that now.
Yes, yes.
What? How can I put it now? But now I gonna say them a puppy show. You understand
No,
me?
I don't diss them at all.
Yeah, you have to look at it. You have to look at it from a cultural standpoint.
Yes.
You understand me? Just like we sing about revolution. What kind of revolution them you got you? Let me tell you I got you in a revolution. Let me tell you I
Yeah.
got you
They
none of
sing
them
what's
things
true
there.
to themselves. They sing what's true
Exactly.
to their experience.
Exactly. Them can sing about riding them bicycle, go down on the beach. Them can sing about sit down in the bar with them friend and drink beer. You understand me? Them can sing about under the hammock with them and them girlfriend. Because I that them I live. We
Yes.
know we are sing about where we are live. So you find say reggae music now, where I say me call it happy music. My brethren that time, but American reggae music are happy music.
Happy music. Well, you know.
Don't get me wrong now, you know. Yes, you have some American reggae bands that do controversial songs.
Yes, yes. And
Me now go take that from them.
yeah,
They
as you
do
say,
do controversial.
it's true to their experience.
Exactly.
I don't diss
Exactly.
them. I don't diss none of the Cali Roots
No,
family.
man.
They are
I'm a
doing what they're doing. What I say is, what are we doing? Who
Rastafari.
originate? You know,
Rastafari.
I don't look at the branches. We have to look on the roots.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? What is the root doing to nurture that root so the root can be strong, so that the branches them can flourish. You know, that to I all of them think there's part of the glory of I and I, that other ones look on the culture and feel so strongly that they adapt it to themselves. That's part. You can't stop the glory. You know what I mean?
No.
It
No, you
don't
can't stop the glory.
sense you fight against your glory. The key is, what are you doing to preserve the root of the thing that you create, you know what I mean, so that it can benefit your youth, them, your community, your that is where now I think we dropped the ball, is that we have not set up that. Big up Sister Hayden, my good sister in Peace Family, Lion Pride and Patreon checking in. One of my first Patreon. Big up yourself from them time there to this time. Um, Yes, I changed the IRITs. It's more about booking agent and manager getting to promoter. Yes, I. Okay, Ras Maisha, big up yourself. I seen promoter pay more for international acts and the local reggae act. I think it's meant to say mash up the show and
Yeah.
the international artists, and not even half the price, which
True.
is a reality. That can
True.
happen. If the
True.
local artist has been doing work in his region,
Exactly.
he can
Exactly.
do that because
And
he's
then that now in itself too, you know, is a major player within the sphere. Because if him a go come, if the artist international act shoes not lace up properly, you know, when him coming, him belly hurting, you know.
yes. And what we have to overstand with that too is that the local artist, if he was on the bill by himself, nobody don't come either sometime too. So it's a
True.
balance, you
True.
know. Him get the crowd there and him know if he doing it, you know, cause
True.
him
True.
smart. But
True.
if
Yeah, man.
him alone on the banner, he probably not gonna pull the crowd that the international artists pull. So
No.
it's
No, I'm not gonna do that.
you see what I say? So it's a balance as well, you know what I mean?
True.
Um
True.
so we have to just know, say, these are things. Ross Frazier, Arthur Love, King, the Jazzman, big up yourself.
Selassie,
And
you.
we're gonna make Big Mill talk, tell people how they can get the album.
Yes, sir.
Right now, most reggae festivals full of white reggae bands. The reggae artist from Jamaica name small on the bill. Only artist name highlighted is usually a Marley. Again, this is business. You know, the reality is that nobody's coming to see these Jamaican artists, you know, or very few, according to them. You know what I mean? So they are, in their mind, they are doing it for the love that they have for the music. Because I've reasoned with the ones them, and they put Jamaican acts on the art because they really love reggae, the roots, and they want to introduce
True.
that to their audience. But it's not
True.
necessarily from a business
No.
standpoint why them, because
No.
they could get the same crowd with just the American acts that they would get
Exactly.
put in. So
Exactly.
we have to understand that as well as Jamaican people, that the thing get away to where they, again, ecosystem is not rocket
Yep.
science. They've
Yep.
taken the time to build up their audience, their ecosystem, their marketing machine. That artist don't just show up there. Don't feel like them people now get email with newsletter and this and that.
Yes.
Don't matter feel like say that
Yep.
that happen. That is the actively working machine.
Even
That, yeah,
sometimes you were there in the you were there in a community in America, you know, and you hear it. And when you know about the show, or when the show are gone, or when the show done,
yes,
shows are sold out.
so loud. Yeah, exactly.
How you don't hear about it?
You
Because
never
the
hear a
media would
word
then
about
use to promote it. You understand me? So it's like that different medium that is utilized to promote that sector artist there. You understand me? It's so subversive, realistically. So
yeah.
subversive.
There's a major reggae festival that takes place in the grill with these Cali roots bands, and most Jamaicans don't even know say it exists. And it's an annual festival, ram, ram till it, yeah. And most Jamaicans don't even know say this are going on the island, and these,
People
them
fly in.
the people flying for this from all over the world, my family. I don't. Big Mill know what
Let
me
me tell
talk.
you something, Kwasi.
Yeah.
Remember when they did start the reggae conference?
Yeah, the Jamaican Music
Jamaica
Conference.
Music Conference.
Yes.
One of the things them where made it have in mind was Jamaica is considered a reggae capital,
Yes.
right? Just to give an insight to promoters who might have watched this. Jamaica is considered the reggae capital of the world, yet still reggae month, right? What is the highlight of reggae month in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the government of Jamaica is responsible for the genre, supposedly, right? Via the Ministry of Culture, Sports.
Yes.
You have reggae artists in China, Japan, Europe. You have reggae artists in every continent on this earth. Simulcasting. Every reggae artist globally contribute a session to the simulcast, handled by, of course, the Jamaican contingent, music contingent, 24 hours. Because when a night at Jamaica, a day somewhere else. When a day at Jamaica, a night somewhere else.
I know Andrea Davis did something like that for International Reggae Day, where she had the different ones simulcast. Jamaica Music Conference, we did a segment one of the years for that. So it's a serious idea, and it's something that, I know Reggae Month is still something that they're working
Needs
on.
to be needs to be amplified
Yeah.
more, in a sense. You know what I mean? Not to say, yeah, we know everything has a cost, but at the same time, it's possible.
And as I was saying today, we're going to bring forward the Jamaica Music Conference at some point, because we want to create that bridge with the African continent, and what we are do. So we do have some plans for it. Stay tuned. The Lion Voice Network would definitely be a major part of that. coming forward, because we're really passionate about, again, building the industry, educating the youth them,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
because the creative industry is so important. People don't understand that culture is what preserves your society. Without culture, right now Jamaica's suffering because it has an acidic culture.
Yes.
The culture, and I was reasoning with a brethren, and the brethren was arguing with I whether or not scamming is wrong or thieving. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell the brethren, it might look upon it like a reparation. So, that's a brethren, and this is weird, but this is the mentality, what I mean, that it gets so corrupted that a man would argue with a big man like me. You know what I mean? We know he's a lawyer too about the merits of scamming. You know what I mean? But it becomes so prevalent that
Consider
yeah, and the culture
it's
creates a
taken
story.
away from it. It's like there's no wrong to it.
No, the culture has created a story around it. We'll get back where
Yes.
we forget and this and that. But it's thief, you're thief, hold people money. You know what I mean? At the end of
It
the
can't be
day.
repatriation if you have teeth in.
You see what I
If
say?
you have a teeth in, it can't be repatriation.
It can be reparation. So but I'm just saying this to say that culture and the creative industry is directly connected to culture. So this is why we spend so much time. I'm getting ready to launch a new show on this platform called the Creative Culture Show, because some of my music industry people, they don't fit into the Rastafari format, but I want to still have these conversations. I can talk to Big Mill as a hitman in the industry about this, but most of the ones are not far right. They're not gonna give me a Rastafari story or them cite up His Majesty and all of that. So we're gonna create a new show, because I think Rastafari creatives and artists would benefit from it. So even though we're a Rastafari platform, I want to bring it to our community, the business part, because
True.
we can't minimize. Haile Selassie was a businessman, and I did an episode on this extensively. From the Dejazmatch, he was running family businesses, and Rastafari was a serious businessman who purchased Ethiopia. The Bank of Ethiopia was purchased with his private money. You know what I mean? So one of the from the Bank of Egypt. So one of the things I want the family to realize, he had accounts in America, all over, doing international business as a Ras. So this concept that Rastafari we just in the hills and we don't know. No, the false concept. Yes, we can go in the hills, but that doesn't take away from I and I having business knowledge, structuring
Rastafari.
things properly, coming
True.
together to control our
Intellectual.
music and the sound. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yes,
man. We
sir.
have to control the sound. If we say word sound is power, and we not control the word. So right now, a universal control most of the Rastafari catalog of music, the music group and publishing. Where's our
Earthful.
publishing company? You know?
Earthful.
You
Pack
see
up
me say?
in them library.
Yeah, Warren
Earthful.
Chapel and these companies that own all of our intellectual property, and we don't have one school, one health center, nothing. Now come out of all of this singing about Zion. So this is what I am advocating. Family is a change, and it starts with the conversation. We have here Big Mill. Big Mill, we gone 2.5 hours. Give thanks for the time. You know what I mean? This is a busy man too. I'm a family man too. I'm have things to do. But give thanks for spending this time. I think we're gonna make this a tradition in our reggae month where we can talk
Them
about
narrative.
business side. You know what I
True,
mean?
true.
Rolling right now. Big up yourself, Freeway Dread, Lion Pride, and Patreon with the now leave me out. Give us some final words on Big Mill in terms of um, how can we solve? Let's end on a positive. What are the opportunities for us as Rastafari people within in the creative industry? Where are the opportunities, and how do we move forward? And then let the people know how they can follow your movement, how they can spend money with the eye. We want the people spend some money with Big Mill, buy the project, support the project. So just give us solutions and then let the people know how we can support the eye.
It's simple, you know. It's simple, you know. Kwasi. Collective security. So the more we come together within this hemisphere, I have to remember say, where I come from here, so you know. You understand me? So if we not emphasize and amplify collective security, which is the teachings of His Majesty, we still are going to find ourselves in a despair, in a certain realms of dilemmas. You see, mid up on the battlefield, I now go around, mid up on the battlefield, enough of the warrior up on the battlefield. And me look upon it and say, okay, you see, if we come together and create that collective security essence, a problem for Babylon. Not to say a bad element, but at the same time, we can create that generation wealth. We can help one another. We can help those that are in need, in a sense. Then create a more aware society for the future generation. Because what we do, them are going to deal with it, and we are going to hold accountable as well. Ras Fraser Junior album. A solid album. When I say solid album, a Grammy, me say. Yeah, man. You check it out.
Yeah, okay. How can the people find it? How can they support it and purchase it?
Yeah, the title of the album, I Am Conscious. It's available on all music platforms. Let me say, a solid album wherein we really have to give thanks for the work so we put in it. You understand me? All of the players in the music scene. That's Big Mill. Yeah, Big Mill Productions, you know, you find. Anyway, when you type in Ras Big Mill, you're going to find him anyway. Because we can't hide. We're too tall.
Give thanks. And are there any other ways that people can spend money with the eye? We're trying to circulate the Rastafari.
Well, I mean, on the social platforms, we have certain events where we produce during the course of the year. So stay close to the social sites and just support the movement. That's all. Just support the movement.
Yeah,
because we take it to a dimension where we love the music in another realm. So we are gonna deal with it in another manner.
Do I have any merch or anything? I see a nice shirt where you have on there.
I want to tell you, a uniform, man. Big Mill Production uniform.
Okay. all right.
Yeah, man, a Big Mill Production uniform. But we kind of centralize the whole Big Mill production around music and food. You understand? Because I and I grew up in the food sector as well. So
we didn't talk about the eye as a master chef. We're gonna bring the eye forward. We have to do a whole
we come cook some. We need a studio who can cook some ital.
We have to do a whole segment on the eye of the master chef.
Yeah, man. Some coconut in it, man.
Really. But it's so beautiful for City Eye still on the battlefield. Most people will not know how much this brethren love music. The brethren really love it because the you talk about 10,000 hours. We know I have way more than
what I know them talk about the studio. What did have a Virginia?
Okay, talk about it.
Remember that part there? Stuff like because we are telling you some serious work.
Man, I know that the eye is one of them workers. Again, if you're on the East Coast and you're dealing with reggae shows, you're gonna know Big Mill name.
Yes, sir.
You have to work with him in some capacity. Does booking, routing, of the artists, consultation. So if you're doing a show, this is the man you need to reach out to. to know if this thing is viable, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Before because we didn't talk about the part where promoter put up the mortgage money to do a show, the rent money, how much relationship mash up because this and that.
Yeah. Well, I know.
It
You
gets
talk about that. My experience was the light bill.
light bill, all kind of things, family.
My
In the
experience was the light
diaspora,
bill.
to
Yeah,
keep the music alive in the diaspora,
oh,
so
that's
many
the idea, man.
sacrifices have been made
Oh, man.
for the love of this music. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
Every
Nights upon nights, man. Out in the
night upon
freezer.
night, in the
Snow.
cold.
Out there, put out flyers. Yeah, cause, yo, come in, man, regular come from boy, you know. So we have to introduce it to them in any ways and means, you know. Yes, Rasta. You have to give thanks, man. The
Serious
pure
work.
life, man. Rastafari.
So, family, you heard it here. We are giving thanks once again. This Friday, exclusive interview with Janine.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of press. She sat down with I and I, my sister, and we went deep. So the first clip is gonna drop on Friday. Stay tuned for that. We have some. The chamber is loaded. Every strong and I record interviews, so we never stop. We
That's
have interviews
right.
from 2023 if it still drop for the people. Um,
Ready.
yeah, man. We have a TPI interview that we're gonna release.
Ah,
This,
brother
yeah,
Tippy.
man.
That's the warrior.
This
Yes,
reggae
sir.
month here.
Yeah, man.
If
Yeah,
you
man.
haven't seen, we just dropped Ras Ajay. He played Claudia Mass up in the Bob Marley movie. He's an artist as well. Go check out that interview there.
Yeah,
One of my
yes,
favorites,
yes.
the brethren cry tears in the interview when him I remember the brethren them when where he lost,
Una, man. Una,
said,
man.
said
Una,
that
cousin.
there's two things, there's ends and there's forward, him say him and him brethren the dep on the forward and someone did go up on the ends, pick up gun and them
Yes,
life,
sir. True,
So
true.
him cry tears when him remember, cause him brethren them him I remember.
No, me, man, then enough time, man. Enough time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean,
Yeah.
growing up in the community where you grew up in, you remember all of them things. Because you remember all the time all my sister get shot in a foot. My sister get
Wow.
11 shot in a foot.
Wow.
Still there now. To
Give
give thanks.
thanks. Give
Yeah,
thanks. God.
Selassie God,
So,
man.
so these volatile communities, people coming out. So check out that Ras Ajay interview. We have so much more coming, family. March is all Rastafari women, all month. We'll be featuring both for Lion Talk and Lion Talk Live. So get ready for March. We're going to be doing our Empress Menen panel again for Empress Menen Earthstrong.
Yes,
For all of them thing there. We are not stopping.
balance.
Yeah, man, we're not stopping. This is where the Rastafari family globally is coming. We're still, we did about 1,500 subscribers first strong. We're probably gonna hit 30,000 before the end of February. So we
Right,
give
so.
thanks, for the growth and for the blessing. We need more people to come and join the economic engine, though, family. Man, I tell you,
True,
I really
true.
would love to be doing this full time.
Remember when you tell me say I started,
You see, man, and you see where we're there now.
Last year I do. Yeah, man.
Perseverance. You see,
Yeah,
man,
man. Fully
perseverance.
subscribe, man.
Yeah,
Any
man.
interview, we get the notification, man. I want to say. From
Yeah,
day
man.
one. I don't know.
Big
Last
man,
year
you
I do.
see this, and this is
Yeah.
where you have to overstand to the artists too. You know what I mean? Why it's important to watch a platform because we have people like Big Miller watch the interview them to say who you be, where you
True,
about. You know what I mean?
true,
And I have a
true,
lot of
true.
industry people that watch the platform that you would not know. Akashik is a big man in the thing.
Yes,
You know,
I big up
kind of
Akashi.
small people
Last year I
in
do.
the
Yeah,
thing,
man.
you know what I mean, who are part of the Lion Pride. So this is why I tell the artists, you know what I mean, it's in your best interest to come on these platforms and
True,
to
true,
build your brand, you know what I mean,
true,
because
true.
it really can help you. You never know who is watching this platform. But I just want to big up the family. We're doing 100 Lion Pride strong. We're trying to get to 100 in the Patreon for the cost of a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? $10 is very inexpensive. Support the thing.
Yes, sir.
We just ordered a new camera. We're trying to upgrade all of the equipment and bring a world class standard to Rastafari media. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're not going shortchange the thing or just try to do a thing. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. Nah, man.
Step it up until we have our own production studio on the continent. We want to do blockbuster films. We want to do cartoon, animation.
Last,
We want to do everything.
Ras
Right.
Tafari.
Yes. My book need a cartoon, you know what I mean, about the birth of His Majesty.
Yes,
So,
I. Yes, I.
yeah,
Yes,
we
I.
want, and we have signed copies available, so you can go to the website now. We have the shipment coming in, so get your signed copy of the book.
I, Majesty. I tell you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
they'll be great.
they are upon the work, family.
Yeah, well, I forgive thanks, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I know Big Mill know the thing, and it's a joy, you know, because we see the ones over the years. When you're on the battlefield, you see the soldier them standing up, you know, the Gideon, and it's a joy. So just give them a final sound, Big Mill, and then we see it up for the evening.
Yeah, man. The thing is just to keep His Majesty close as possible and the teachings affirmed within one's soul. That's His Majesty first.
Haile.
Nothing else.
You see, so you can't say you never hear it from Big Mill own mouth. Why? Because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And
Selassie.
this is the Lion's voice.
Ras Tafari.
Yeah, now the time has come for the lion to tell his own story. Yeah, the one them called Celestial I represent for the mighty lion voice. And this a shook up your planet tectonic. As me sip up my roots and tectonic. And you can't make me jump nor get panic. Have the engine a run like mechanic. Room.
Yo! Blazing fire, yeah man, this is Ras out of Belize. And the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. Right? Yeah man. We blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah man, Ras said that. Blazing fire, lion boy.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Benz and time have come for the lion to tell them own story. This is the Lion's voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use it as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lance voice. Now put it, I Jollifer said that.
Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. Them fully guard up and them quick fi execute, ya. Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. The one will laugh, I'm same one of the shooter. Watching them, this is Rasta Jai representing for the Lion Voice Network. This is the time when the lion gets to tell our own story. Haile Selassie.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story. from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the lion voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Oh, yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.